Former Kaduna State Governor and founding member of the All Progressives Congress and former Minister of the FCT Abuja, Rufai, has officially announced his defection from the All Progressives Congress, the APC, to the Social Democratic Party, the SDP. Okay, so first he has announced his resignation from the APC. You should have reckoned that the last couple of weeks, Nasser has been holding the jugular of the APC, announcing that it has become a one-man show. It has become a party of no opposition, no other thought and interest, only a singular man showcase. And they've not had the National Executive Council meeting, NEC meeting, in the last 2 years since Bola Tinubu became president. So it's been back and forth. And also, that backdrop, he has had several conversations, several meetings with several persons. He's been appearing in several fora, having conversations about the next political journey of this country in that regard. So today, he's announced that he's officially resigning from the APC. I'll read the public statement he made, and then from there we'd have some very valuable conversations. And this is not for emotionally weak people. We have very valuable conversations. I'll tell you the pros and the cons, the merit and the demerit of all of these political harlotry. However, right, we'll get there. It says, as a founding member of the All Progressives Congress, I have fond memories of working with other compatriots to negotiate the merger, to negotiate the merger of political parties that created the APC. It has been my hope since 2013 that my personal values and that of the APC will come to align up to the time I choose to retire from politics. Development in the last 2 years confirm that there is no desire on the part of those who currently control and run the APC to acknowledge, much less address, the unhealthy situation of the party. On my part, I have raised concerns in private and more recently in public regarding the capricious trajectory of the party. Therefore, at this point in my political journey, I have come to the conclusion that I must seek another political platform for the pursuit of the progressive values I cherish. Founders rightly feel attached towards institutions they help create, but one must be pragmatic enough to admit when a divergence appears unbridgeable. I have diligently served the APC and made my contributions to its viability as a political platform. But I recognize that the party has since strayed and left me struck in the vision of its well-meaning founding fathers and mothers. As a loyal party man, I worked to help secure the APC elections victory in 2015, 2019, and 2023. I was one of the many governors elected on the party's platform in 2015 and 2019 that stood for setting democratic and progressive principles to advance nation building. My 8-year tenure in Kaduna State was devoted to implementing progressive policies to advance human development in education and healthcare, as well as expand infrastructures, promote equality of opportunity, create jobs, and attract investment. These records count for little in the current APC that has castrated its organs and treated its members with contempt in the last 2 years. I find this no longer acceptable. Today, 10th of March 2025, I have submitted a letter resigning my membership of the APC to my ward in Kaduna, effective immediately. Prior to this step, I had concluded consultations with my mentors, colleagues, and loyalists across the country about the future. I have now decided to join the Social Democratic Party, SDP, and adopt it as a platform for our future political engagement and activities. Without prejudice to this decision, as a member of SDP, I will focus on engaging with and persuading other opposition leaders and parties to join us and congregate under a unified democratic platform to challenge the APC in all elections and by-elections between now and 2027 by the grace of God. I therefore call on our supporters and other persons concerned about our country's future to join us in SDP in the journey towards making Nigeria flourish as a beacon of pride for Africans and the Black race. Thank you, and God bless the Social Democratic Party. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Rufai, CON, Abuja, Nigeria, 10th March 2015. So it is now formal. It's now official. Nasser has moved, and checking the Twitter handle of his son, Basai Rufai is in the House of Rep. He's also posted the official emblem or logo of the SDP. So of course that means having the PDP, the Labour Party and the SDP towards 2027 elections, if a merger doesn't happen, it will be an easy route to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win the 2027 election. It means that votes will further be divided between the Labour Party, PDP, and the SDP. However, I think what Rufai is doing is to have a political capital to be able to use to have a conversation, because I think a merger must happen. That's valid. And that's why I said don't be emotional in all of this. A merger must happen. See, Peter Obi on the Labour Party will not help him with the election. We must establish the fact that, number one, there need to be a review of our electoral process. We need to review that. That is the most important thing. INEC needs to have an update and upgrade of the processes they use in conducting elections. Our votes, if our vote must count, and if anything valuable must come forth in elections, then the current structure, the current system, the current political position would not help. When that has been done, a merger will not be done to ensure that all opposition leaders in this country, and I support that merger, and I don't know why I support it. For me, at the moment, anything against the APC, I support. Anything against the APC, because the challenge with the APC is that, for example, PDP wasn't any superb, but at least they allowed the elections to happen. Okay, yes, there were places where they were rigging elections here and there, but elections did happen. People had access to freedom of speech. Wasn't today. Now, if I make a post, go to my comment section and see people threatening, you'll be picked, you'll be arrested, and all of that. So people have now come to a conclusion that they use state resources to bridle tongue, cage people, gag people, threaten people, and in most cases oppress and intimidate people from having divergent opinion. Even when Rufai said it, because the party doesn't even allow people to have divergent opinions, let alone in the state. So it's a big deal. So the APC needs to crumble as a party, because it is a very, very wicked demonic institution or demonic party that has grown, and they have become so powerful to the extent that they have messed up all the systems. We don't have judiciary in this country. We don't have the police. We don't have legislative or legislature. We don't have anything. There is no arm of government. There's no organ of government that is functional enough that you can say, oh, the AP, everything. And today, when you ask that, what the president today said, ask your governors. He has given more money to governors. And excuse me, if it was about governor, why was Lagos that he created or he developed or he built, why was he bothered about creating a formidable structure to go and take over presidency? If it was governors, if it was issue of governors to decide everything, he was making so much money from today. What Lagos State makes currently is equivalent to what 26 states of Nigeria makes, as a matter of fact. So you were comfortable. So why were you bothered about Abuja? So you know the truth, but these are propaganda that they have created to ensure that they continue to shut voices of other opinions against them. And I'm happy that this is happening. Let all of the anything, let's throw in, because I'm telling you, Goodluck Jonathan won the 2011 election. 2011 election. After taking over from being acting president and winning the election. That same year, after winning the election, the opposition led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu started to gather up for 2015. You would have heard in Tinubu's mouth, in his own account, that because Buhari had announced that he had retired and cried and said he had retired after 2011 election that he lost. It was Tinubu that started to gather them together. And in 2013, just 2 years after, the APC was formed. So he won the election in 2023. He won, in quotes. We see have all of that issues. This is 2025. Allow anybody. So I think, as a matter of fact, all of the things, anything, kitchen sink inclusive, put everything together, fight the man of power, they will begin to have, at least let's have a democratically in-tuned leadership in Abuja. I think that's the most important thing. People that will not use INEC to their own ways and caprices 100%. People that will allow elections to at least be fair and fair. If it was Tinubu that was president of this country, people like Adams Oshiomhole, Olusegun Mimiko, Peter Obi, that way of opposition will not win election. You have heard Ganduje say several times. That is the goal of the APC. Flush out opposition leadership opposition parties in this country, and make APC everywhere. And that's a dangerous thing for democracy. Democracy doesn't work like that, right? So look at what is happening in the National Assembly. That gives you a tip of the iceberg of the kind of people that they are. So I support all forms of movement. I support all forms of agitation. I support all forms of defections. And at the end of the day, all politicians in this country that are not the APC, put your heads together and get these guys out, because you also do not want to have a party that not prides in the fact that there is nothing that can happen to them. I think President Jonathan has said before the 2015 election that the PDP will rule for 60 years. Of course, that election showed that it doesn't need to happen. That can happen. APC needs to also be put in the dungeon right now and kept away, so that it will help to put in the minds of Nigerians, every Nigerian, whether a politician or not, that you see, you don't own this country. So congratulations to Rufai. His move, people say he shouldn't be given any form of trust. He's not a good person. But at this moment, anything against the APC, call me. Catch you another time. Bye for now.